Kai Cenat. Listen, y'all gonna have to start paying me for this because I almost feel like I could read the future. Kai Cenat, I told you that you and the iShow Speeds and the other black content creators, y'all gotta switch it up, right? What I mean is, to those who watching, right? Kai Cenat, no. So y'all know Kai Cenat, he's like the biggest Twitch streamer in the world. And my complaints with Kai Cenat is, Kai, your content is kind of like Sambo-ish. It's kind of tap dancing. Hey, boss, look at me dance. Smile, smile, laugh, laugh. Hey, basketball player, NBA player, rapper. Hey, no, it's Nikes, right? And Twitch is a huge platform. I don't know if, like I said, there's a difference between the black YouTube, white YouTube. There's a black Twitch, there's a white Twitch. And for some reason, in our black space, the people who get the most likes and the views are the most cooned out ones, the most materialistic ones, the most uneducated ones, like the ones who don't know or care about the world. Now you go to white Twitch, they got Hassan B, Tim Pool, they got, who else is on there? Destiny. And these people all have different ideologies. Asmer Gold, who else they got? H3, even though he's a fucking idiot. But these guys deal with politics all day and they still get a lot of views. But when you go to black Twitch, it's nothing but coonery, buffoonery. And what I tell you, Kyle, so recently what happened is Don Clancy's the CEO of Twitch, right? Check this out. This is what happens. Don Clancy's the CEO of Twitch. Kai Cenat's his number one guy. He's on top of Twitch. Don Clancy goes to Kai Cenat's Mafia-thon thing, right? And when he goes to Kai Cenat's Mafia-thon, Kai asks him, who's your Mount Rushmore of all Twitch streamers? And he goes, well, of course you, Kai, and then da-da-da. Then Don Clancy, white man by the way, goes to another platform and they ask him the same question. He was like, and this is what he says. He says, I know I said Kai Cenat, but I only said that because he was sitting there right in front of me. But really what I feel like, and he goes into a real list. I say, damn. You're the number one earner, Kai. And he dissed you. Like that, like it's one thing to like hear something on the background, but for him to do it on such a, like, that dude Don Clancy knew that you would see that. That white man knew you would see that, and he still did it. You wanna know why, Kai? Like I said, he has no respect for you. Why? You are a Sambo. You're a modern day Sambo Jackson. Stop with the coonery. Now let's break this down, right? Don Clancy, that's not cool. That was not cool. That's like you work at a sales office, right? Car dealership, or a solar panel salesman, trying to get people to get solar panels on that, right? And you bringing in all the money. You getting client after client. You like, woo! I'm the number one salesman in here ever. And then one day you hear over a phone text conversation with the CEO of the company that you're working for. He's telling the other guys, man, fuck that guy. Oh man, he's really an idiot. You're gonna be like, what? I'm the number one earner in this building. So, let's break this down. Right? Why is Don Clancy saying this, Kai? Now, I'm gonna be honest, Kai, this is your fault. This is all black streamers' fault. See, Twitch was originally a video game streaming place. It wasn't really what you see today. But you know, as black people, we ingenuity, we're, what am I trying to, ingenuitive? Is ingenuitive the right terminology to use? We're ingenuitive, and so we kind of turned it into our own thing. Now, but you got to understand, Kai, right? Your content is what they call in the corporate world urban, right? Urban. So when you say Twitch, you're the number one guy. Twitch is now urban. In white corporate America, that means ghetto, basic, Negro. Twitch don't like that because they got a lot of other content on there that they see. In their mind, not all money is good money. You get what I'm saying? Not all money is good. They're like, do we let this Sambo tap dancing guy, and I don't mean to say this because I don't believe you are a Sambo guy. I just think you're doing the best you can do at the age. How old is he? He's young. He's a young brother, so he's just doing what he knows. He feeds his family, so bro, shouts out to you. But you gotta understand how they're looking at you, right? So another point is when Kamala Harris asked to get on your pod, on your stream, and you said no, that was a huge L, bro. Why would you not put? Because it will make you solidify. It will make you more serious. Whoever your management is stupid. Once again, you can call me or inbox me on Instagram. Candace, the offers are still out there. Kai Sinet's a new offer. And then who else was the other guy? I forget who else I said. But yeah, my services, I'm good at this. I'm good at PR. I can see the future. My grandmother was a priestess lady. Seriously, for real. So, Kai Sinet, you've pretty much in the white corporate world, because you gotta look at it this, right? When Don Clancy goes to meetings with other media conglomerates, right? Conferences, like CNN, who's your guy? We have Don Lemon. No, Don Lemon's gone. Anderson Cooper. And who else is on CNN? Whatever the fuck. MSNBC. Who do you guys have? We have, what's a short-haired white lady? Rachel Maddow. And then, what's my homeboy, the white dude with the glasses? I fuck with him. He cool. And then you got Ari, right? Then you go to Fox. Who do you guys got? We got Gutfield. We got blah, blah, blah. Who you over at Turning Point USA, Charlie Kirk? And then they say, and who are you? Twitch. And who do you have? They go, you heard of Kai Sinet? And they're like, Kai Sinet? Who's Kai Sinet? What university? It sounds familiar. Did he go to Cambridge? They're like, no, he didn't go to Cambridge. They're like, who? And it's like, did he go to Yale? And they're like, nah, he didn't go to Yale. Did he go to Columbia? No. Oxford? No. God, well, he really didn't graduate college. He's more like a pop culture sensation. They're like, oh. And then Twitch has to stand in the corner by himself drinking a little cocktail. Nobody wants to talk to him because they don't take him serious. That's how they look at you. That's the corporate right America. That's how they look at you. That's the reason why I told you this mafia-thon, Kai. Put some black intellectuals on there. Why wouldn't you get Neil deGrasse Tyson? Why wouldn't you do that? That's obvious. Why don't you put Mark Lamont Hill up there? Easy layup. Umar, easy layup. You would still got your numbers. Even Van Jones, fuck it, who cares? Just get some brothers up there with some sense. Because right now, Kai, you're the class clown. You're a clown. I'm be honest with you, Kai. Your content is made for 12-year-olds. And look, how do I break this down? Subscribership doesn't mean money, Kai. A 2-year-old can subscribe to your page. A 5-year-old. Who has the buying power? Children don't have buying power. Adults do. So they're gonna want a fan base that's a little bit able to buy things. Just subscribing to you doesn't mean nothing. So when you talking about here, I made 50 million this last month, that's a lie. You're lying now. Now you're a liar, bro. Now you're doing what the rappers do. You capping. And if you did make 50 M's, you didn't get the whole 50. You got management. You got, bro. We all understand to be where you're at. It's just you just don't walk in the door and be like, no. It's just not some guy in his room streaming. It's connections. Y'all, my hair is crazy long. Look, if I was like to blow my hair out, look at that. How long it is? People like, bro, your hair ain't even on, bro. I'm African, bro. My shit locked in. But yeah, Kai. And I show speed too. Stop the barking. I show speed. Stop barking. Stop the and stop riding Ronaldo's dick. Stop that. And so you made it now. You're here now. Okay. You had to do what you had to do. I get that. Play Sambo. You got to play Spookle that sat by the door. I get it. But now you're in the door. Stop barking. You're embarrassing us. This dude, I Show Speed, went to Europe. And he was riding a boat, bro. I'm like, why is I Show Speed in Europe? Go to the Caribbean, bro. These dudes, I think he's like in Norway or something. He's in a boat crossing an underbridge. And once again, like, I don't really watch their full stuff. I just see clips here and there. I'm really good at, like, I watch my videos at like 2x. You know what I'm saying? Everything I watch is at 2x. Like, I don't know. That's just what I listen better that way. But that means if it's a 30-minute clip, I see it in 15. But they hang these white dudes hang a watermelon on a fishing pole. And as he's passing, and Speed goes, what's this? Why is there a watermelon on a fishing pole? What? Come on, man. Oh, I said, bro. Bro. They put a watermelon on a... But that's your fan base that you've cultivated. And I keep saying, you got the fan base. Pivot now. Pivot. Now, I can tell with Kai Cenat, with the way that he talks, I can tell he's not too efficient in that space, which is cool. But at least platform some people who are, to balance yourself. Because like I said, Hassan Abi, even though he's Turkish, and he comes from a very wealthy family. Y'all know that? Hassan, bro, most of these, anyway, we're gonna get to that later. Most of the people come from, the reason why they're able to do all that political talk is because they come from wealthy families. So they don't have to worry about rent and getting fired because someone sees their page. But yeah, Kai Cenat, what else do I want to say? Kai, that man Don Clancy, you're his number one earner. He pretty much told you, I don't like you, I don't want your money, I don't want you here. I don't want you here. The crowd, because you have to understand, you're bringing in the NBA YoungBoy crowd, right? The NBA YoungBoy crowd follows you. He's like, we don't want these ghetto ass. Like, I was at a little situation not too long ago. Everybody had a camera. I'm not talking about just I'm talking about camera on camera. They streaming. He's streaming a guy. This dude's streaming a guy who's streaming. He's videography and a guy who's doing videography. I said, bro, this is next. This is good. But it's better than guns, though. I'll tell you that much. It's better than what we were doing when we were young. At least I'll say that much. I'd rather an I Show Speed and a Kai Cenat than a King Vaughn any day, or a young boy. You know what I'm saying? Because at least they're not talking about, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Kai Cenat, I think what you need to do, brother, is you need to go take a break and do some reading. Get up with some real people who can turn your page into a little bit more seriousness. For some reason, I don't know what it is with black content creators, but for some reason we feel as if we talk about politics, it's over, which it kind of is. But Joe Rogan, all he does is talk politics. He literally had Donald Trump on the show. He had Elon Musk on his show. He's had every political. Did he have Ted Cruz? I don't know. But he had Peter Thiel on his show. He's had, you know what I'm saying? He almost had Bibi Netanyahu on his show. Like, come on, bro. Like, you can do the same thing on the other side, but you just got to know how to do it. and that's where I come in. That's where my service is at. So hit me up, Kai Sinet, if you need some help with that young brother, because that man Don Clancy dissed the shit out you. And in corporate America, they're not gonna cuss you out, bro, to say fuck you. They're gonna do something that's equivalent in corporate America. What he did on that stream, and everybody started laughing like, oh yeah, fuck Kai. Because another thing too, Kai. Years ago, I've been said this, but I saw it starting. That dude Destiny, he is another Twitch guy. He's a political pundit. I know people are probably watching this video be like, who is this guy talking about? Who is Mariah talking about? But it's a whole world. I don't think y'all know. But this dude Destiny, right? This is when Kyle was coming up. This is when I first really peeped. And they said, who the fuck is this guy Kai Sinet, right? Because you always got to watch the enemy. And I remember Destiny saying, who's Kai Sinet? And he was like, he said this verbatim. He said, all he does is run around the fucking house screaming and yelling like a fucking zoo in there. He said some real racist shit. And that's when I said, Kai, get it together. People are peeping, they're watching. And I guarantee that dude Don Clancy, the CEO of Twitch, those other streamers have been contacting him and saying, dude, we're about to leave this platform. If that's what it takes to be number one is a Kai Sinet, like you gotta have Tom Brady, LeBron James. Bro, you destroyed streaming. Like it's like how all these rappers started doing podcasts. It's like and basketball players you destroy podcasting. Podcasting is dead. It used to be dope because it was somewhere that regular people could go to and speak about shit. But now you got Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James and Kevin Durant sitting down, my third year. And look, all the black podcasters is nothing but sports. Fuck basketball. Jesus Christ. Michael Jordan, LeBron James, who's better? Oh my. If I see another video or podcast about who's better, Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant or LeBron James, I'm gonna shoot myself in the head, bro. Okay, I shouldn't have said that on here because they try to give me a strike. But it's over with. I'm done with basketball. As a black man, basketball is nothing but a great reset. Football, the running back, the third quarter when me and Ray Lewis, we had the double option. The double option had us just a bunch of grown black men chasing a ball. At the end of the day, that's all it is. Grown black men chasing a ball. It's good for entertainment, but why are they the face of our politics? Why? You're entertainers. Entertain. We don't need you to be the. But anyway, yeah, that was embarrassing. Change that up. I show speed. Stop the barking. Stop dick riding Cristiano Ronaldo. Stop dick riding him. It's sad. Bro, there's a video where I show speed was on his knees begging the Twitch CEO Don Clancy on his knees. It was you guys are embarrassing. But see, this is the thing they are. Like in the white community, see these celebrities and basketball players and football players, these sports professionals, to us, they're like gods. To that white corporate world, they ain't nothing. You'd be surprised how LeBron James walk in the room when he goes in that corporate office. You'd be surprised how Kai Sinet walk. They go humble. Hello, sir. Yes. Yes. Whatever you say. Like, I shall speak. Get Ronaldo's Johnson out your throat, brother. Pause. Anyway, how to say that? Peace, love, and positivity. Don't chase money, chase knowledge. Peace, love, and positivity. Blah.